So let's go ahead and take a look at this problem. We have the following. We want to find all a's, which are real numbers, such that the distance between the number a, and the number 5 is at least 2. I shouldn't say at least 2, is greater than 2 specifically. So, what does that look like? Well, 5 falls here on the number line. And we need every a that's more than a distance of 2 away. So let's go out 2. So this is 3 and this is 7. And all of our a's have to fall on the outside of this. They can't fall on these values, because if they do, if you grab like 3, it'll be equal to 2. If you grab 7, it'll be equal to 2. So we need to make sure that we're not including those guys. So how do you write this? Well, you say that x is strictly less than 3, or x has to be strictly greater than 7. This is how you combine them. You do it with an or because clearly x can't be both. So it's got to be either over here or over here. Another way of writing this is to use interval notation and to go from negative infinity to 3 or 7 to infinity. Now, how do we get that without having to draw this picture out? Well, we've got one of two cases. Either this guy is positive, and then it's just equal to itself, or we've got the case where this guy is negative, because it's not equal to itself, so it's negative in here, so it's equal to the negative of itself right here, the absolute value is. So let's work this out. If we add 5 to both sides here, we have a is greater than 7. And if we multiply both sides by negative 1, we get a minus 5 is less than negative 2. And adding 5 to both sides gives me a is less than 3. I put x here. I should have been putting a. Let me erase that. If you didn't notice it, shame on you. Okay, and shame on me for not putting it. Okay, so there we go. So I want you to notice that a is less than 3 and a is greater than 7. So using our definition of absolute value, we don't have to remember any rules here except just the rule for the absolute value. What is the definition? And once you have that, you know, if you were in a high school algebra class, you'd have to sit here and memorize, well, if it's facing this way or this way with the absolute value, then it's an or an and that's a whole bunch of junk. Okay, and teachers do that at the lower levels either because they try to make it easier for you so that you memorize things, or because they don't really understand it. Okay, and so I'm probably offending someone out there, but the idea that you should get out of here is that we're just using this definition of absolute value. Okay, and that's the important thing.